Hey everyone, it is Brittany here, and it is our Wednesday hump day stretch break. Yay! So as always, go ahead and put something in the chat if it needs attention. We are going to be doing some pigeon pose today. We haven't done that in a while. We'll be doing some other hips and back type stuff. So I'll give everybody just a second to put something in there, and then we will get started. All right, cool. So I'm not seeing anything come in. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start down on our backs. All right, so starting down on our backs, we have a little bit of a glute stretch first. So we're going to bring our right knee into our chest, and we can reach for our shin or the back of our thigh. Let's hug that right knee right into our chest while stretching that left leg out. And let's go ahead and switch. So right leg is out, left leg comes in. Give yourself a little hug. We're holding this first one for just a little bit longer than the next few reps, just to settle into it. And let's go ahead and switch. Left leg out, right knee in. Give it a hug. And switch. Hugging that knee in. Hopefully you can go a little further this time than the first time. And let's switch again. One more time on each side, hugging that right knee into our chest. Breathing into it. And let's switch for the last time. Left leg to chest, hug it in. And nicely done. Go ahead and shoot that left leg out. We're going to bring our right leg up and reach for both hands behind the back of that right thigh. From here, we're going to straighten out that right leg just as much as we can. And we're going to do some sciatic nerve flossing. So we're just going to get that sciatic nerve moving comfortably within the tissues. So if you've been to Louise's stretch break, we've done this one a lot. It feels good. So you can stay flat on your back, or you can try to bring your forehead to your knee. This might make it a little more intense. And then from here, we're going to flex our foot one way and then the other way. So we're pointing our toes, and then we're trying to touch our heel to the ceiling. Be gentle with yourself as you're going back and forth. If you get pain or too much of an electrical sensation and your head is up, go ahead and set your head down. Lots of ways we can take this one. We're not stretching the nerve, so to speak, in the same way we're stretching a muscle. We're just making sure it's moving within the tissue so it can fire properly, which sometimes sitting can make that difficult. All right, let's go ahead and do one more. So try and touch the heel to the ceiling as much as you can. Push, 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 and release. Nicely done. Let's go ahead and switch legs. Other side, stretch that right leg out. Left leg comes up to the ceiling. We're going to start with our toes pointing toward the ceiling. Head can be down on the ground, or you can come up. And then we're going to try to touch heel to the ceiling. So like we're pressing on a gas pedal. So we're releasing when we point our toes, getting that stretch, that flossing when we try and touch heel to ceiling. Keep going at your own pace and just notice how it feels. Are you getting a little bit of a zing down your leg? If you are, it shouldn't be painful. Are you tight in the calves or the hamstring? And if so, is that loosening up as you do this more? Just things to be aware of. All right, wherever you're at, let's do one more together. So toes are pointing towards ceiling. And now let's point our heel to ceiling. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going, and relax. Nicely done. Let's go ahead and bring both knees into our chest. Give yourself a little hug. And we're going to roll side to side, keeping our tailbone on the ground, giving our back a little spinal massage. Should feel nice. And let's now make circles on the ceiling with our knees. A couple going one way. And a couple going the other way. And we'll come back to center. And let's go ahead and roll to our side as gracefully as you can. All right, so laying on our side next, we're going to do some Pretzel stretch. So we're going to get a little bit of everything. So top knee is going to go on the ground. We're going to anchor that top knee with our bottom hand. With our top hand, we're reaching for the ankle of the bottom leg. So you are all in a pretzel right now. And from here, we're going to inhale to prepare. And on the exhale, we're going to pull our legs apart, look over that top shoulder, and try and bring our top shoulder to the ground behind us. Try being the optimal word for most of us. And that head might float in the air, or it might eventually relax to the ground. Focus on breathing deeply into the chest or into the hips. Try breathing a couple breaths into each space and see what opens you up more. Keep pulling those legs apart. Keep reaching that top shoulder to the ground behind you. We're only here for another breath or two. Nicely done. Let's go ahead and release that bottom leg. Rotate the shoulder back to center and flip over. So feel free to flip over in place. I'm changing spots just so I can still face towards the camera. We're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. So top knee anchors to the ground. We're anchoring that top knee with our bottom hand and reaching top hand for the bottom ankle. A little bit confusing. All right, let's inhale to prepare. And on the exhale, separate those legs, look over that top shoulder, and try and reach that top shoulder for the ground behind you. And just notice if this side feels easier or more challenging or looser or tighter. If on the other side, your head was up in the air for a few breaths, is your head up in the air on this one? Or is it easily relaxing to the ground? Always good things to be aware of. Bring attention back to that breath. Focus on the exhales. Let's do one more big breath in. One more full exhale. After that exhale, go ahead and release that bottom leg. Rotate the shoulders back to center. And let's flip over onto hands and knees. We're going to finish up with some pigeon pose. So let's come into a plank position. Reach that right leg up. And from here, we're going to bring our right knee in line with our right wrist. And we want our shin is parallel to the top of the mat as your flexibility allows. Slide that left leg behind you. You can stay up on your hands or forearms, or you can rest your forehead on your hands. Start focusing on your breath right away. Focusing on that right glute, the glute of the crossed leg. Nicely done, everyone. Start to make your way back to your forearms and then your hands if you're not already there. And let's come back into that plank position, unwinding ourselves, and we'll move to the other side. So left leg up, bring that left knee forward in line with your left wrist. Shin is parallel to the top of the mat as possible. Come up nice and tall, and then as you're ready, bring it forward onto your hands or your forearms or your hands. And let's breathe into that tightness. One more full inhale, one more full exhale. Try to make that exhale a little bit longer than that inhale. After that exhale, go ahead and come back to your hands, your forearms, unwind yourself however you best need. You can go into child's pose, seated or standing, but that is all the time we have left for today's stretch break. So it is Wednesday, new group exercise schedule. We got Zumba at 4:30. So get ready for a good time with Bardui. And then we, as always, have Pilates at 5 p.m. with Beth. So check that out. Great classes. And then check out all the other really cool events we have happening. The virtual blood drive, Bite to Wherever Day, Design to Run, the virtual 5K and 10K is still happening. So check those out. Search for Exos on Autodesk One to find us. See you all next time.